Today is the 6th day of August in Dundas Town, Abaco, Bahamas, where we're on official lockdown, shut up, don't eat for 2 weeks. This is why Kai Mills want to be your member of parliament, because what is good for the rest of the family islands is not the same for Abaco, for what we have been through after Hurricane Dorian and what we're going through another hurricane called the FNM government. We are not back to normalcy at all. This is unheard of in the history of this country, that 11 months in you can't get electricity and water. This ought to have been priority a long time ago. And God bless that all of Abaco weren't destroyed. South Abaco is still intact. Only problem they have, that they have electricity and they're struggling to keep a quarter of Abaco on stream. What happens when all of Abaco is on stream? It don't look like it's gonna be this year. In 24 days or less, September 1st, 2020 will be exactly 1 year since we had Hurricane Dorian. In Dundas Town, they can't even fix the potholes. 1 year. What is Richard Bruno doing here? Send him back to Canada where he came from. We know we had a problem. I know we had a problem, Houston. Edison Key, Nico Grant, the Dissident 7 tried to save the Bahamas from the incompetent prime minister. They saw that this guy had no integrity, selfish, all about himself. Way back then, I knew that this guy had no integrity. He came and find me out to campaign for him, promised me monies, and to date, you may not understand why Kai talk this way when I talk about this prime minister. I known him way before he became prime minister. And I know he had no character. Selfish. Greedy. Think he's the only one in the room that has a brain. We were trying to get rid of him long time ago. When he can't pay his bill, see, he owe Kai Mills. I can say that clearly without fear or favor. If you can't pay a bill to Kai Mills, how could you pay a bill to the country? Then he went and accepted monies by contractual agreement from Bakers Bay. Ask yourself, everybody and anybody who have seen the heads of agreement for Bakers Bay. Hubert Ingram was there, they didn't do it. Perry Christie was there, they didn't do it. Hubert Minnis is now here, and he is so ignorant that he believed that Bakers Bay gonna build 46 homes. Mike Melman say the art of negotiation. When you are negotiating on something, the 46 homes should have been started already. If that was the deal to ease the Bahamian and the Abaco people's minds about bringing the Mexican in, that's a dead deal already. Because the Mexicans already here. The 46 homes should have been started before the Mexican came in. That is good negotiation. They don't have to do the 46 homes anymore because the Mexicans are here. When you have a prime minister that's greedy and think all about himself, we are trouble in the country. I'll bring you way back. The 3rd week of September 2019. At Nippers, what's left of Nippers after Hurricane Dorian. We had international people, white people there. coming to try to see if they could assist this prime minister in the rebuilding of Abaco. And the prime minister's statement to them, the white international Americans, said, let the white people build Bakers Bay, let the white people build Guanakee, let the white people build Marsh Harbor, let the white people build Hopetown, let the white people build Manawar. Like, wow. That resonated all over America. All of my friends knew about that meeting. And it's so hard when you call them and said, oh, your prime minister said, let the white people build it. Two things that came to my mind. He is a racist, an ass, or an idiot, or the three of them combined. How could you have international people, white people, coming to assist this country, and this prime minister gonna say, let the white people rebuild the country that he's responsible for serving as prime minister? And from there, it got worse because everything he said was downhill. The guy couldn't bury a dead in 9 months. The worst disaster in the history of the Caribbean as far as hurricane concerned. And he refused to attend the funeral. And he could tell the international people, let the white people rebuild what Hurricane Dorian destroyed in his Bahamas. He doesn't even know what his responsibility is. It weren't the white people's responsibility to rebuild the Bahamas. They were trying to assist, but because of his racist remarks, a lot of them has pulled back. And that is why 11 months later, we don't even have wires on the pole. Florida Power and Light had 60 men and trucks lined up to come to assist Green Turtle Key and the rest of Abaco. This prime minister said, no, we got this. We don't need your assistance. We had people internationally giving millions and millions of dollars to my member of parliament, Darren Henfield, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Darren Henfield told them, no, we have not finished with our assessment. Hold on to your millions. When we finish with our assessment, then we'll come back to you. I say, wow, don't this guy understand? If there is another disaster somewhere else in the world, that money goes to that disaster. So said, so done. All of that money because an idiot and an ass, as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, refused to take what's on the table. Bigoty, arrogant as always. He was that way from high school. Nothing has changed. Still running around with those little tight pants like he went in the small kids shop to shop. And nothing is being done to help his people. You imagine 11 months in the district. I don't even mind if the Grace Avenue have power. They ought to have power already. Powers in Marsh Harbor, powers in Murphy Town. Why can't we get it in Dundastan? In Darren's home place where he spent his teens. No power at all. The first power to date is being put to the officials and the gas station in Front Street, Dundastan. What about the rest of us? Nothing is priority. What about this Reconstruction Authority? K. Forbes Smith with a white hair and $150,000 a year salary. Where the hell is K. Forbes Smith and the rest of those clowns on the authority? What are they doing? Oh, they're getting a little money for cleanup on the side. You imagine the high school. There was not a bid sent out for the high school. This guy came from Nassau with a whole crew and rebuilding the high school. Thank God for the Americans, the primary school is being built. You imagine we have people that could do metal roof, and somebody from Freeport, one of K. Forbes Smith friends, presumably, Hiram Lewis friend, got the whole primary school to do. over $500,000 to do primary school. Then we have another company from Freeport that putting a metal roof on the high school. And then they give the brother from Treasure Key the little piece in the front of the government complex. Then it got worse for this prime minister, and I knew it would get worse. Awarded a position to his wife, office of the spouse of the prime minister. You ever heard any garbage like that? Under what constitutional right does he have to do such a thing? And we, the taxpayers, are paying for this. And the Bahamian people sit right by idly when this prime minister is greedy, give money for his plane, his wife collecting a salary, he collecting a salary, he collecting from Baker's Bay, he collecting from everywhere, and we were sent home in Abaco, and the eatery were closed while the prime minister's hogging up all the monies. Monies is coming in from all angles. And people like Kai Mills that drive a taxi haven't had a salary from September, 11 months in. This is unacceptable. This is one of these Kai Care videos. You get the government that you deserve, but not the government that you want. Kai Cares, as this prime minister going down in history as the worst of the worst in the history of the Caribbean and indeed the world, because he's selfish, he's greedy, and he doesn't have a heart, he doesn't have a soul, nor does he have any consideration to the working class, nor the common man of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Kai Cares, that's why I'm here among my people, feeling the hurt while they're in Henfield. The Minister of Foreign Affairs is in his air-conditioned house with his chauffeur eating caviar, steak, and lobster while we are allowed not to eat hot food. Starve for the next 2 weeks. Kai Cares, that's why he's here.